Guys, this is one everyone's talking about, man. So let's talk about it. Strap up. All right. Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the evening. It is evening. From the House of Creed, we are going to be talking about Absolu Aventus. And it's been a while. Well, it's not been a while. I actually have put my nose to the other Aventus, but I haven't put mine to Absolute yet. This is courtesy of Neiman Marcus. I went in today and just kind of went crazy. But so I wanted to get initial impressions on everything in there, and Absolute Aventus was one of them. But I also wanted to get like a couple hour later dry down, so before I did my full review. And so here we are. I still have my test strip. They loaded this up with like 10, 15 sprays. I'm not going to lie. Whoever hooked me up with this was very generous. But actually, no, I sprayed my Absolu Aventus. It was the other Creed fragrances that were given to me, but I loaded this test strip up because I knew it was going on a pilgrimage home. It was going to the scent bubble. So what are my initial thoughts on this? I really actually like it, guys. I have a lot of Aventus renditions. I have Alharme L'Aventure. I have Offnon Supremacy Not Only Intense. I have Club de Nuit EDP. I have Club de Nuit Limited Edition Parfum. I have Offnon Supremacy Collector's Edition. The only Aventus inspiration I have not tried thus far is Prosciutto, and I'm picking that up this week. So I've had a lot of the different variations, and obviously I've had the Creeds. Let me just look here. Fragrantica. I've had the original, not the Aventus Cologne, but the original Creed Aventus new batch. And so I have quite an extensive experience with Creed Aventus. I'll probably do like an inspiration / original, like full spectrum synopsis on, what I think are good takeaways as far as navigating which Creed original or inspiration based fragrance would be best for you. But today I kind of just want to focus on Absolute Aventus. I really like it. To me, I feel like this is the best one of the batch. I get, obviously, birchy pineapple, we're used to all that. Warm, spicy, we're used to all that. But I really feel like with this batch, it's smoother. It's a bit darker, even though it's fresh. Like, it's a little bit more subdued. I feel like I get a lot more of that patchouli earthiness in the base. And it just feels more robust. I don't like a loud pineapple in my Aventus. It's a cool rendition, because it projects, it's nice. But I like a more subdued pineapple lemon note. Even if the birch is loud, that's fine. But I like the subdued fruit because I really feel like for all the ingredients they put in Aventus, you don't get to enjoy them. And I think they take away from the masculinity of the fragrance when all you're getting is fruit in cedar or birch top. I don't know if there's cedar in there. Let me take a look. I know there's birch, but yeah, this fragrance feels more like subtle, fruity, hyper earthy masculine, in the back. And it's smooth. I mean, it's not the most special fragrance, especially being since I've tried a lot of the clones. I think there's a few clones that just dead ring or hit it out of the park for me, for not really needing to get Creed Aventus at this point. But if I was to get one, I think Absolute Aventus makes all the sense in the world. It's definitely worth money well spent. And there's a reason why it's the most popular fragrance out there. Let's go ahead and switch windows. And check out this again. This is the all black bottle for those of you who don't know. Top, we have grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper, black currant, pineapple, nutmeg, and clove. I'm going to be honest. You truthfully just get the pineapple. It's a real subdued pineapple. all this other garbage that they put. Yeah, if you stick your nose close to it, you get some bergamot, some pepper, etc. But what you're getting, like from a distance, receiving this from somebody wearing it, is pineapple. Just leave it at that. This pineapple is rich. It's not loud and zingy. It is subdued. It is somewhat dark, and it's extremely earthy, which I appreciate. Middle notes, we have ginger, citron, cinnamon, cardamom, and rose. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you get really close to the person wearing this, you can pick up almost every note in the mid. Now, mind you, my test strip now is a few hours old, maybe 2 or 3 hours old. So I intentionally wanted to give my review after I smelled quite a significant amount of dry down. And on skin, this does warm up and it holds a little bit more pungency. But, you know, I didn't, today, unfortunately, I was wearing Ganymede, so I didn't want to put Aventus on. I just kind of loaded it up. So this is a test strip analysis. However, I've had plenty of wearings with this fragrance, and what I'm speaking is straight facts here. In the base, we have patchouli and vetiver and oak moss. Honestly, we could have stopped there, and that would have been all they needed, but they have ambroxan to ramp it up, musk, evernal, sandalwood, tonka. Really, I feel patchouli, vetiver, and oak moss in the base. So if I was to kind of shave this list and carve it up to tell you all that you need to know that there's this dark kind of photorealistic pineapple sitting on this kind of gingery citron fresh spiciness in the mid, and that's all on a very prominent note of patchouli, vetiver, and oak moss. This is highly sophisticated. It's not dense, but it is highly sophisticated. It's smooth. This is seductive. It's classy. It's everyday wear. It's signature worthy. It has beautiful nuance to it. I don't care about old batch, new batch formulation, guys. I really don't. You know, I just care, is it a good fragrance or not? I'm going to give Creed Aventus, in this instance, a 9 out of 10 overall. I think it has signature. I think it has versatility and utility. I think it fits most ages appropriately for men. It has longevity and performance. It just checks almost all the boxes. I think in the signature category, it's not as signature as I think people hype it up to be. I think compared to the average folk, it's signature for sure. And it certainly can be signature for the right person. But in terms of the DNA itself, it's just not blowing my socks off. So that's the only reason I don't give it a 10. You know, especially when I smell things like Off Non-Supremacy Collector's Edition, Pre-Show, and things like that. It's like, man, they're like 95% close to this DNA. It might not be as buttery smooth in the background, but no one notices when you're wearing, even yourself. Only when you're up on a test strip, sticking it halfway up your nostrils, do you pick up subtle quality differences or subtle note potency differences. I give this fragrance, without question, a solid 8 out of 9, or 8 out of 9. A 9 out of 10, guys. It checks almost every box except the signature category, which it still is absolutely signature. It just, for me and the things I've put my nose on, the DNA itself just feels mostly, you know, pineapple, woody, oak moss, and that's not really signature to me in terms of how I see it being worn and how I've worn it myself. It's not like unique signature. It's just signature. Everyday wear, any season, any reason. It's playful, but it's classy. Men only. I do think Creed Aventus is now starting to creep into that like 18 and up category where you can pull it off, just because it's got a great deal of fruit in it. So younger guys can still wear it because it does have a good deal of sweetness and it is fruity up top, but there's a class to it. So just know that if you do wear it, you're going to smell a little bit of expensive. You're going to smell a little bit classy. You're going to have some dimension to you. I think the oak moss, the patchouli, and the vetiver is what preserves kind of the manhood of this fragrance from just being too out of control. But yeah, I really like the fragrance, guys. I'm not going to spend too much on the review here. I think it's money well spent, but I think off and on, everything else is low tier except for the two fragrances I'm going to mention, mid or low tier. But top tier clones of something like this is going to be Off and On Supremacy Collector's Edition. But Collector's Edition is a little touch more loud in the projective sweetness. But as far as DNA, it's almost dead ringer. 95% out of 100 as far as closeness. This just feels a little more finessed in the base, whereas Collector's Edition is a little bit louder in the projective space into the sweet, but they nail the oak moss patchouli vetiver combo in the base too. So I mean, they're close enough to not even pay no mind. Pre-show, I still need to get my nose on, but I know that out of everything I've tried and that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, that is up there as well. It's just a preference war between Collector's Edition and pre-show. Because the DNAs are slightly different, but they are elite tier when it comes to Aventus. Don't worry about Club de Nuit. Don't worry about limited edition parfum. Don't worry about L'Aventure. Don't worry about Not Only Intense. Don't worry about all the other renditions that are out there. In terms of top tier elites, we have Pre-Show and Collector's Edition. That's really just it. The other ones are great. They're great fragrances. They just, in terms of holding a candle to these new fragrances that we have, and you're trying to get close to something like an Absolu Aventus, that's where the road stops. Let me know in the comments if you guys have put your nose to this Aventus rendition. You have inspiration opportunities that you can have that are south of $30. You have this, which runs for, on Max Aroma, I'm pulling it up for, what am I pulling it up for? Where are you? It's running around $270 to $500. Obviously, you guys know when we're dealing with niche, we don't pay retail. We never do. So you definitely want to shop at your Max Aroma, your Fragrance by CA, your Joma shop, and all that to get the best deals. I would never buy Creed fragrances on Facebook groups. There's just too much scams going on. I wouldn't buy them off of Marketplace. Go to the store and pick it up, or get it on a reputable retail online platform so that you know you're getting a good bottle. Anyways, I like this fragrance a lot, guys. Let me know if you've put your nose to it. And if you agree with any of my sentiment or disagree, I do talk back. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. More importantly, turn on that notification bell so you can check the episodes I drop every single day. We drop game shows. We drop collaborations. We do long form reviews. We do short hot takes. We do my Wheel of Fragrance game show. We do shorts all the time on quick tips and tricks. We do giveaways. We do community page. We go live several times a week. Guys, this is the place you want to be for fragrance. Trust me. Everything from cheap to expensive, we fill the gaps, and we give you guys a roadmap to enhance your fragrance journey and experience. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and until next time, this was Absolu Aventus from Creed, and this was the Scent Bubble.